And finally, new rule, conservatives have to stop rolling their eyes every time they hear the word France. Like just calling something French is the ultimate argument winner. As if to say, what can you say about a country that was too stupid to get on board with our wonderfully conceived and brilliantly executed war in Iraq? And yet, an American politician could not survive if he uttered the simple, true statement, France has a better healthcare system than we do, and we should steal it. Because here, simply dismissing an idea as French passes for an argument. John Kerry? Couldn't vote for him. He looked French. Yeah, as opposed to the other guy who just looked stupid. Now, last week, France had an election, and people over there approach an election differently. They vote. 85% of them turned out. You couldn't get 85% of Americans to get off the couch if there was an election between tits and bigger tits and they were handing out free samples. Now, maybe the high turnout has something to do with the fact that the French candidates are never asked where they stand on evolution, prayer in school, abortion, stem cell research, or gay marriage. And if the candidate knows about a character in a book other than Jesus, it's not a drawback. The electorate doesn't vote for the guy they want to have a croissant with. Nor do they care about private lives. In the current race, Ségolène Royal has 4 kids, but she never got married. And she's a socialist. In America, if a Democrat even thinks you're calling him liberal, he grabs an orange vest and a rifle and heads into the woods to kill something. Madame Royale's opponent is married, but they live apart and lead separate lives. And the people are okay with that for the same reason they're okay with nude beaches. Because they're not a nation of 6-year-olds who scream and giggle if they see pee-pee parts. They have weird ideas about privacy. They think it should be private. In France, even the mistresses have mistresses. To not have a lady on the side says to the voters, I'm no good at multitasking. Now, like any country, France has its faults, like all that ridiculous accordion music, but their health care is the best in the industrialized world, as is their poverty rate. And they're completely independent of Mideast oil. And they're the greenest country. And they're not fat. And they have public intellectuals in France. We have Dr. Phil. They invented sex during the day, lingerie, and the tongue. Can't we admit we could learn something from them? All you high-ranking Bush administration officials, because the French are righter than you on most things, when France comes up in conversation, you are not allowed to roll your eyes. The only time you get to do that is when your hooker from Ms. Julia is blowing you.